Rotational symmetry. Hello students. Have you ever noticed how a pinwheel turns? What about a fidget spinner? Or a giant wheel? All these objects have something in common. Can you guess what it is? Well, all these objects are moving around a fixed point. This type of movement, in which a figure or a shape is turning around a fixed point, is called rotation. Now, let us carefully look at the rotation of this triangle. You will notice that after some rotation, the triangle appears to look as it did before being rotated. This is called rotational symmetry. A shape has rotational symmetry when it looks the same after some rotation that is less than a full turn. Let's now look at some shapes that have different types of symmetry. Case 1. Shapes that have line symmetry but no rotational symmetry. Do you see the line that divides the shape into two equal parts? This means that this shape has line symmetry. Now, let's observe the shape as we rotate it. After rotating, this shape does not look the same as its original shape before a full turn. So, this shape does not have rotational symmetry. This is an example of a shape that has only line symmetry. Case 2. Shapes that have rotational symmetry but no line symmetry. Next, observe this shape carefully. Does this shape have line symmetry? Let's find out. Here, the two parts did not overlap when folded along the dotted line. We cannot divide this shape into two equal parts. Hence, it has no line symmetry. Now, let's rotate this shape. Observe that after a half turn, this shape exactly looks the same as its original shape. So this shape has rotational symmetry. So, this is an example of a shape that has only rotational symmetry. Case 3. Shapes that have both line and rotational symmetry. Now, let's observe this shape. We see that it has 4 lines of symmetry. This means that this shape has line symmetry. Now, let's rotate this shape and see whether it has rotational symmetry as well. Even as the shape is rotated about a fixed point, it looks exactly the same as it did before a full turn. Hence, it has both line symmetry and rotational symmetry. So, do you think these objects have rotational symmetry? Yes, you are right. After some rotation, they will all look exactly the way they did before. So, they have rotational symmetry. So students, in this video, we have learned that a shape has rotational symmetry when it looks the same after some rotation that is less than a full turn. We also looked at different shapes to understand how some shapes have only line symmetry, some have only rotational symmetry, and some have both line and rotational symmetry. Happy learning!